We have seen Alexander Albon literally get kicked out of a Red Bull seat, but last time out he literally got kicked out of the race by a Red Bull driver, as Sergio Perez smashed into the back of us and ruined our opening weekend in Bahrain. Welcome back, guys, to Fog Racing, and I hope it rains on Sergio Perez this weekend, not just everyone else, but just Sergio Perez. I hope that there's a rain cloud and it follows him around this entire track, because he took us out. Make no mistake about it. We were looking decent in the last race, but because Perez absolutely screwed us, we had to rely on Logan Sargent, and that's not a good idea, relying on Logan Sargent. So it ended up with us being 18th and 20th, but it's not a fair reflection on Albon because he was going pretty well up until that shunt from Perez. So we're heading into Saudi Arabia now. This is part 4. We're getting ready for practice and obviously qualifying. Hopefully we can get ourselves a decent grid position. But what we're going to do is, going forward, we're actually going to swap out Logan Sargent in P1. And yeah, I'm just going to mix it around and put in different drivers because I think that is the best option. In terms of race targets, I'm going to go 14th for Albon. Play it reasonably safe. As for Sargent, honestly, man, I just don't know if the guy's I'll give him the benefit of the doubt because I'm expecting a better race. So I'm expecting him to perform better than he did last time because I really wasn't happy. So I'm going to go with 17th or higher. But I understand it does come with moderate risk. But here, we're going to Saudi Arabia. That's a big risk in itself.
We're on the shores of the Red Sea in the shade of Jeddah skyscrapers. This might be a dream setting, but as we know, in Formula One, not all dreams come true. In the last round, Max Verstappen flew to victory, the Dutchman proving that he can be absolutely unstoppable when he's in such fine form. Now let's crack on with the weekend.
And there you have it, Mark. So, I'm a man of my word. I'm going to take out Logan Sargent, and we're going to replace him. Now, there is Browning, Colapinto, and O'Sullivan. All decent drivers, in my opinion. However, O'Sullivan is the highest rated of the three. So, I'm going to go with O'Sullivan. I know Franco Colapinto is getting the time in real life, and we might actually go with him in the next race, but for now we're going to go with Zach O'Sullivan, and he will be in the car for practice 1. Let's see how he can do compared to Albon. Surely he won't do much worse than Sargent.
That's great.
Ready to check.
Ready to check landing clean.
feedback from you.
It feels terrible.
Yeah, I gotcha.
And feedback on tires when capacity. Copy.
Copy.
Give me feedback on balance when you can.
Balance is good.
Copy that.
Alright then. So P1 is over and our worst enemy, our nemesis. Nemesis. So P1 is over and our worst enemy, our nemesis. So P1 is over and our worst enemy, our nemesis, Sergio Perez, has taken P1 in practice one. Not happy about that. Max Verstappen down in 9th. In terms of the Williams cars, Albon 14th, Zach O'Sullivan in 16th. Wasn't great, but we were on the hard tyres, so not too worried about that. I'll be worried though. But I say I'll be worried, that's kind of where we're expected to be. Yeah, I'd like to be a little bit higher, but I think Albon 14th is about right, although nobody was expecting K-Mag to stick it in the top 10, and he did do that, so fair play to him. We've got Yuki Tsunoda as well, right up there in 5th, so yeah, I mean, it's probably where you expect us to be, but I think it's decent from O'Sullivan to get above these guys here, both Alpines and Saubers, but obviously now Sargent will come back in for P2, and there's pressure on him because he really wasn't good in the opening weekend, and if he is back to back bad weekends, then the pressure really is going to be on him, especially considering we do have some hungry affiliates ready to step in to that number 2 car.
That's green now. Green now.
And unbelievable, Sargent has retired in practice too. Looks like he just ran out of fuel, wasn't able to manage it, and we've had to get a safety car now, a virtual safety car, because Sargent can't get back to the pits and can't manage fuel loads. It's going to be a long season with Logan Sargent as our number 2 driver.
tyres when you can.
Stay gone.
Yeah, 8 firm.
I got no grip. Yep, copy.
Feedback on limitation.
That feels pretty good.
Copy that. Okay, so focusing on tyres. Flag is out.
Alright, so we are about to run out of time here in practice 2, but we've sent out Albon for a run on the soft tyres, and he's went purple in sector 1, which is pretty insane. Can we get P1 here in practice 2? I don't think so, but I mean, who knows how far we'll finish up. Maybe we're on course to stick it in second place. I mean, there's a what? A 2.5 tenth gap there between them. I think we're going to go minimum 4th. Minimum 4th, I would assume. So we went purple and green. It'll be interesting to see what we can do around here. But Albon then looking to give us momentum and give us a great boost. We need it because it's not been a great start to the season results-wise. And Albon now will, I believe, go 4th or better. I'm going to predict 4th.
So
First! Holy shit! Holy shit, Albon! With a purple first and a purple second. Max Verstappen doesn't look like he can do anything, and Albon has almost a full second ahead of Max Verstappen. Crazy. That's crazy. So, massive result there for Albon. Delighted with that. Could not ask for much more than that. Albon then, a 1:29. Max did bring it down. I mean, Max did a 1:29.5. That was his fastest. I think we were looking at his last lap there. So look at that. We've got Logan Sargent, who's dead last, and we have Albon, who is first. It's mental. We've got one driver at the very top and one driver right at the bottom. And everything's looking good for Albon heading into this weekend. Logan Sargent, unfortunately, not as much. And yeah, he's going to struggle. I think we need Sargent to have a good P3, or else we are screwed.
When you have it, give me feedback on balance.
Car is good.
We understood.
So what DRS?
Copy.
Need some recharge.
Yep, copy that.
Battery is good.
Yeah.
And car balance feedback when capacity.
That's fine.
Finally, though, we do have a bit of good news for our Sergeant. He's somehow got optimal on all 5 components. So, delighted with that. Optimal. And that gives him 100% driver setup satisfaction with the car. So, I mean, he's got no excuse now for not being quick in the race.
feedback on tyres when you can.
The tyres are gone.
Copy. Okay, happy to drop some temp on the tyres.
Yep.
Pull the more if we can.
Yep, copy. How are my tyre temps?
Focus on your tires.
What are we thinking about tyres here?
Happy to push on this tyre to bring up the temps.
Alright, and at the end of that, Max Verstappen once again in first place, but Albon again, another decent session there. Not quite first place like last time, but still. Fifth place from Alexander Albon is decent, and Logan Sargent with that 100% car setup sitting on 11th. So I think we've still got a decent chance here going into qualifying now. Hopefully we can get both cars out of Q1.
Let's hope the teams took full advantage of practice. It's time for qualifying.
Jeddah's high-speed street circuit is rather prone to yellow and red flags during qualifying, as drivers and walls often meet. Strategists will be looking for the perfect gap, but need to make sure drivers get their lap in.
If we turn our attention to Pierre Gasly for a minute, Karun, how's he going to be feeling as qualifying approaches?
We saw some disappointing lap times from them in practice. It could be that the team were experimenting with the car, but the pressure's now on them to deliver.
And you're right. Well, it's nearly time for qualifying.
That's great.
For you cooling on the way in.
Copy.
That's a very good lap. Very good lap. Go in. Go in.
Well, we've got a red flag. Ocon has crashed out here in Q1. Oh, straight into the wall he goes, and that's him done. The focus was on him before the start of the race. They were talking about Ocon, and that's not good. So it's going to be a 20-minute wait. We were currently in 4th and 5th, so unfortunately there is going to be enough time, I believe, for these guys to go back out. We will... I guess we will just get new tyres on. And we'll do the same with Sargent, but we're not going out to the very end anyway, so... I mean, I will just sit here and allow the clock to tick down. Most drivers haven't even ran yet, so it's just a case of us waiting to the end and then trying to hit a big lap. That we need to improve on these current lap times, I think, for us to have any sort of chance. But you can see at the moment we're ahead of quite a few drivers. So it looks like Albon maybe wouldn't even need to go again, but we are going to send him out because that's the smart thing to do. So I'll wait till we get about 3 minutes on the clock, and then we will send him out, and we will send out Sargent as well. So both drivers then taking to the track. Sargent in 11th, Albon in 6th, and I mean, who knows here? Let's see then. 16 seconds to go. And Sargent then does cross the line just with enough time, so yeah, it's going to be interesting to see what Albon can do, and can we go purple, green? No, we haven't went green, so we're actually going slower, but I mean, I would imagine that we're going to, oh, well, look at that. There's Hamilton's behind us, Ricardo's behind us, Joe's behind us, so I mean, already Albon pretty much guaranteed to be into the next round, and Sargent's looking decent. Sargent is looking decent, I believe. We're going to see what his lap time is. Can he go green? Can we get a green sector 1? We don't. So we're going... Maybe everybody's going slower. Everybody could be going slower. Maybe that's the case here. Maybe there's just no pace at the moment. The rubber is very low on the track. The temperature's low. That might have an issue. Might be the reason why. You can see we're 7/10 off the leader. And here we go then. Let's go through. It's going to be Albon. I don't think we're going to improve. Doesn't really matter though. Yeah, we finished the session in 7th and we're already through, I believe. Yeah, so Sargent is through and he can just come in. Sargent doesn't need to... Sargent's through. And we're just going to tell him to come in. Probably should have done the same with Albon, to be honest. But, yeah. And Bottas has made it through as well. As long as Magnussen doesn't improve. And it looks like Magnussen is stopped as well, so Magnussen pretty much given up there. And what a strange ending to Q1, but we get both cars into the next round, which I'm happy with. Alexander Albon in 7th and Logan Sargent further down in 13th. So decent, and you can see Alpine, both Haas's and both Alpines and Gio going out. So yeah, not many cars that I think we're capable of beating in Q2, but we'll give it our best shot.
That's great.
Next we are P8. Yeah, I think that's a pretty good lap.
You're P9. That was a good lap. That was a good lap.
Alright, so Sargent has got 2 greens, Albon's got 2 greens. We've just been overtaken, I believe, by Lance Stroll. Honestly, don't see how that's going to affect Sargent, but we might get a slipstream potentially. Can we improve though? I mean, it doesn't look like it, but I think Albon should go faster. I'm expecting Albon to improve on that, and he does, and we get ahead of Bottas, which is, I mean, it's 1 position. It's decent. You know what? I'll take that. I think 13th and 15th is decent, so I'm content. Yeah, we're both eliminated, but I think it was okay. And now let's have a look at Q3. Piastri there second. Q3 dominated by Red Bull. Max in first, Perez in second. I hate Perez. He cost us in Bahrain. I hope that he crashes it in Saudi. And yeah, guys, we will find out next time how that goes down. But this has been Fog Racing, and we'll catch you in the next part. I think we can do okay from where we are. Who knows? Couple of retirements. Maybe we can fight for a championship point. We'll have to wait and see. Anyway, guys, that is it. Catch you in the next one. Leave a like, leave a comment, subscribe, and of course, until next time, for more F1 2024 Manager, I'll catch you in the next one. Till then, peace.